Hi, I'm Liam, and this is my evaluation for my story, the unit My Story. The first part of this is if my product fits the brief. I personally feel like the product fits the brief as it portrays who I am in a very design way. And it's quite simplistic, and sort of it sums me up on one page. I sort of went for something that is very distinct about me, which is what most people know me by, which is the glasses. So I instantly put that at the top, so when you look at it, you think, oh, it's Liam, obviously. It fits the purpose because part of the brief was to find out who you are and to communicate it well so that people who don't know who you are, when they look at it, they will know who you are because it sums you up so much. Part of the research task for this unit was to look into how others view me and sort of do some background tasks, like ask peers in the classroom some words that they would they would describe me as, and put those into mind maps, and you know uh, incorporate that into the final pieces and deliverables. The technical qualities, as I said, it's very simplistic. It's not too technical at all. I'm not a person who likes to do wild and crazy things. I like to keep things quite simplistic when I'm doing design work, but when I'm doing other things, like if I'm writing or if I'm filming, I like to keep the two separate. But as you can see from the design CV and the interactive product, it's very simplistic, but that's showing you me. It's not showing you how I work, but it's showing you a very straightforward approach of the type of person that I am. And that sounds quite confusing, but what I mean is that it shows me, but it doesn't show. It shows me, but in a design way. That's what I mean. In a design way, it shows me. Yeah, as I said, I didn't want too much going on. I do have a subtle personality, and I wanted to show that. The thing I didn't want to show is a boring aspect. I know I'm not boring. I didn't want the pieces to come out boring, so they would look really plain and bland, which is why I started to think, okay, maybe I should start incorporating more colors, because initially I was going to keep it very professional and I was going to keep it black and white and go for a very slick type of look, because the type of industry that I'm looking to go into is the creative film, writing, media industry. And you know, keeping it very slick and straightforward is what my thoughts would be that employers would look for, and what other people would what would catch other people's eye if they were to look at it in an employing situation. But then after some advice, it's about showing you, so I started to use more endearing colors that meant something to me, or a color that when you think of that person, you think of, when you think of that color, you think of that person. And I decided to go for a sort of mint green, and then I went for a mint blue, like a light crispy blue, to sort of compare the colors. And both of those are up on my blog to view. Next is the aesthetic qualities. The aesthetic qualities of the product are, it's styled as a script, and for somebody who doesn't know me, that may come off a bit confusing, because a lot of other people's are built as a regular sort of set out in a regular form. I wanted to set mine out differently in a unique way. So, as I said earlier, the industry I would like to get into, of course, is a creative writing form, but also incorporating my designs and my media past and one big conglomerate and see if that's the sort of place that I fit into. But obviously, writing and script writing would be my first option. So, which is that's why I decided to design it in that way. I also decided to do it in that way as the title of the unit is called My Story. And when I think of my story, I think of it as you're telling somebody about you. You're telling somebody your anecdote. It's your future. It's your past. It's your aspirations, your dreams. It's something that you're telling them about. And I wanted to style it as a script because I'm telling them about me and I'm putting it in the form of. I set it out as characters saying something, but my name, of course. It's silly, but I feel like it's creative. I haven't seen anything like that done, but I may be wrong. It fits my personality because it's pleasing to the eye. It's aesthetically pleasing, and it's not too bright. It's not too dull. It's not too vibrant. It's not got a swarm of colors on it. It's not got too many pictures. As you will see in the poster, it's got a photo of me now and a photo of me when I was younger, and that sort of incorporates the my story part of I am the same person that I was back then. Same glasses. I'm just the same person. I haven't really changed. My dreams have remained the same of wanting to become something that I love, which is being creative and being imaginative and doing something that is very media driven and something that will initially just empower me to do something amazing one day and create amazing films and write scripts and just be somebody great. And I feel like doing this project has definitely helped me to see and push me in more of the direction that I want to go into. And when employers see that, and when other people do see the pieces, hopefully they will understand instantly without even having to read it, that they'll know that what I like, what I dislike about myself. Moving swiftly on, as I'm running a lot over time, the production skills. It was about idea generation, and I went from. I did a little thing here, so I'm just going to read off of that. I'd had great communication with my peers, and regarding the colours and the fonts, what to use, and as well as my teachers, because if anything, they know you better than most people do, because you're with them constantly. Friends, family, and they know that if they see a font and you want to associate it with yourself, they will know. Oh gosh, no, don't do that. That does not look like you. You need to stop and think about what you're doing. So there was a lot of that going on. I had a lot of font changes, a lot of color changes. As I said, I went from a black and white thought process to just doing a very basic block color, mint sort of color. So the time management. When I found out that we had to create an interactive product, I was quite taken back, because I'm not very, as I said, I'm not very technical like that when creating things on Adobe Edge. I am very, very new to Adobe Edge, and I was, you know, I have worked on it previously, I'm not going to lie, and I have done quite well in working with web banners and things like that. But I'm not a coder, I'm not anybody that, I don't really want to go into that industry or that form of work. So being a coder for something that I wouldn't be in the actual working world, obviously somebody would have to do that for me, but doing doing the coding and having to create something based around me was quite hard, and that did hold me back a lot because I'm not used to working on that. I'm used to just being on other types of the creative suite. So that definitely held me back a lot. The poster didn't hold me back that much, as I'm quite used to working in Illustrator and Photoshop, and that was done very quickly, and incorporates the same sort of thing as the interactive product. So as I said, the idea generation went really well. I instantly knew I wanted to do a script theme. I feel like it. At the end of the day, I feel like it's been a great project for me, and it's really helped me to see where I would like to end up in the future. And of course, creating something that's very direct like that obviously means that I know where I want to go in life, and I know my truth, and I've defined my story, and I really want to tell the world. I'm reading that off of the brief, but that is what it is. And I was quite worried because what if I do change my mind? What if later down the road that's not what I end up wanting to do, and I have to create something different and tell a different story? But long story short, my story will always hopefully. I write my story, I write my script, and if I want to change it, I will change it. That's basically it. So thank you.